When we think of true love in the animal kingdom, one creature often waddles its way to the top of the list: the penguin. They're seen as nature's hopeless romantics, picking one partner and sticking with them for life, through the harshest conditions on Earth. It's a story that warms hearts. But what if I told you it's only partially true? Today, we're cracking open the myth to see what really lies beneath. Do penguins truly embody loyalty? Or is this one of nature's most charming misconceptions? If you're ready for science, surprising facts, emotional stories, and some seriously cool penguin behavior, then stay with me till the end. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the truth behind more incredible animal myths. The belief that penguins mate for life has become deeply rooted in our culture. It's found in children's books, romantic cards, and even wedding vows. There's something incredibly poetic about two creatures braving the frozen wilderness together, returning to each other year after year against all odds. Part of this image comes from nature documentaries, especially those featuring emperor penguins, where male and female share duties, huddle for warmth, and appear inseparable. That portrayal led to the romantic ideal that once a penguin chooses a mate, it's for life. But as with many animal myths, the truth is layered. Across the 18 known species of penguins, behaviors vary, and so do the definitions of mating for life. In this video, we're going beyond the surface. We'll explore what science really says, examine surprising research, share emotional and even humorous real-life penguin stories, and reflect on why we as humans are so drawn to this narrative of animal loyalty. Let's begin with biology. Penguins are considered serially monogamous, meaning they form one pair bond per breeding season. During this time, they act as perfect partners, building nests, taking turns incubating eggs, and protecting the chicks. Their cooperation is remarkable and essential for survival, especially in extreme environments. But here's the twist: after the breeding season ends, many penguins go their separate ways. When the next season arrives, they may reunite with the same partner, but only if a series of conditions are met. Both must survive the year. Both must return to the same colony. And both must arrive around the same time. If one is delayed or missing, the other quickly finds a new mate. And that's not selfishness, it's strategy. Penguins only have a short window to breed, and waiting too long could mean losing the season entirely. Different species show different patterns. While emperor penguins reunite with former mates less than 20% of the time, species like the Gentoo and Adelie have return rates of up to 70%. Still, that leaves a significant chance of switching partners each year. Let's look at what field researchers have discovered. In Argentina, a long-term study of Magellanic penguins tracked hundreds of pairs over decades. The scientists found that while many pairs reunited, the rate depended heavily on survival and synchronization. One key finding was that penguins who successfully raised chicks together were more likely to reunite the next season, likely because previous success is seen as a sign of compatibility. But when a pair failed to hatch eggs or raise chicks, they were more likely to break up and seek a better match. Yes, penguins will divorce if things don't go well, and this isn't emotional. It's practical evolution in action. Other studies have shown that penguins have an incredible ability to recognize their mate's voice in massive colonies with thousands of noisy birds. This acoustic recognition is crucial when returning from hunting trips. However, if the call isn't heard, they move on. No time for drama. In the world of penguins, efficiency is everything. Even knowing the science, some penguins truly do form lifelong bonds, and their stories captivate us. At the Central Park Zoo, a pair of male penguins named Roy and Silo made headlines for raising an egg together. Their bond lasted for years, and they even incubated and cared for a chick like any other couple. Their story inspired a children's book, And Tango Makes Three. In Australia, a lonely penguin named Pierre was rescued and paired with another elderly penguin in rehabilitation. To everyone's surprise, the two developed a bond, waddling side by side, sharing food, and sticking close even after release. There's even a famous Japanese penguin named Grape-Kun, who became emotionally attached to a cardboard anime cutout of a fictional penguin. While it sounds humorous, the bond was so strong that Grape would spend hours staring at it, ignoring other penguins, showing just how emotionally complex these animals can be. These stories, whether humorous or heartwarming, remind us that love, or at least connection, can take many forms, even among animals. So why do we care so deeply about this idea? Why do humans romanticize the notion of penguins mating for life? Maybe it's because we long for that kind of consistency in a world where relationships are increasingly complex and temporary. Penguins become a symbol of what we want, a pure, unshakable bond. But perhaps the real beauty lies not in their eternal loyalty, but in their adaptability. Penguins teach us that relationships require presence, effort, and timing, and that success often means letting go when it no longer works. Isn't there something powerful in that lesson? That even nature teaches us when to hold on and when to move forward. And penguins aren't alone in this mix of loyalty and flexibility. Swans are considered romantic symbols, but many engage in extra-pair copulation. Albatrosses, surprisingly, have higher lifelong fidelity than penguins. And wolves, often seen as aggressive, are incredibly loyal to their mates and packs. So when it comes to love in the animal kingdom, it's not the cuteness that counts, it's the strategy behind it. So, do penguins really mate for life? The answer is, sometimes, and for good reasons. Some species reunite consistently. Others don't. But nearly all show deep cooperation and care during their time together. They're loyal, for a season. And in that time, they give everything: protection, warmth, survival. Maybe that's what matters most. There's something noble about how penguins handle love. They don't stay for ego. They stay for purpose. And maybe that's the message for us too. Instead of asking if love will last forever, maybe we should ask, does this love serve its purpose now? Does it bring growth, warmth, life? In the end, penguins show us that love isn't just about holding on. Sometimes, it's about showing up, fully, for the time you're given. If this video surprised you, or moved you, let me know in the comments. Do you believe that loyalty must last forever to be real? Or can love still matter deeply, even if it's brief? Leave a like, hit subscribe, and help this truth about penguins spread to more curious minds. And don't miss the next video. See you there.